Hey babes! Today we're going to be talking about soulmate relationships, raising your standards in relationships, and different kinds of relationships that may come into your life, and just how okay, amazing, and incredible it can be when this happens. So, for starts, I want to talk about the soulmate dream. I was one who had this dream many eons ago. I grew up with this dream. I was like 5 years old, like obsessed with the idea of a soulmate. I would literally think about having a soulmate all day, every day to come and save me. It was like my literal obsession, and it was how I escaped from reality. So nobody knows this more than I do. But here's the thing. Anybody obsessed with finding a soulmate, anybody, you are not actually just obsessed with the soulmate because you have a genuine desire for one and you genuinely have one out there and you genuinely just want to call them in. People that are obsessed with soulmates, they want that one person to be the answer to all of life's issues, and it's an escape tactic. The truth is, one person can't meet all your needs, and the truth is that one person is never going to be able to solve the solution to why you are so unhappy. So, soulmates. Let's talk about that for a second. First of all, soulmates are not a singular thing. That is a lie. A soulmate is somebody that is a perfect vibrational match to you, either throughout lifetimes, through a specific lifetime, or in this exact moment in your current lifetime. It is somebody who is vibrating at the same frequency as you and is so compatible to you that they basically fit you like a perfectly fitting puzzle piece. That doesn't mean they don't come with contrast, and it definitely doesn't mean you need to be with that person forever. A soulmate relationship is a relationship that is extremely healing. It'll feel like heaven on earth. It'll feel like you found a piece of yourself. And we can call in soulmates, different levels of our journey. We can have a healing relationship or call in a healing partner at any stage of our journey. And that's where the relief is that you don't have to do all these things to change your vibration and to become a match to a soulmate. You can literally call somebody in who is going to be a healing experience for you at any time in your life. And you do this by holding the standard to have a relationship that is healing, a relationship that gives you energy, that pours energy into you, and that feels really, really good, and that is supporting you in your growth more than the contrast is holding you back, because there's always contrast. Relationships can be perfect for us for a single day, for a week, for a month, for a year, for years. The timeline for relationships is different because each relationship is so unique, and what that person is meant to do for you at that very specific time in your life is unique. Here's the good news. You can never, ever, ever lose connection with somebody that you have had real, genuine, unconditional love for. When two souls meet and their eyes meet and there's any form of genuine love, you can never lose that. You can never lose positive memories, and you can never lose how they molded the person that you are today and the person that you become. But we don't have to stay with people forever to validate the fact that they were a perfect soulmate in that time in our life, that they were perfect for us in that moment, maybe. A soulmate relationship will feel incredible, and it will feel ecstatic, and it can genuinely heal you by fulfilling your needs for healing. Like, let's say you have an anxious attachment pattern from being pushed away and not belonging in your childhood. Well, somebody that is willing to cling to you and spend quality time with you and call you their princess and they want to be with you forever and whatever else, that could be an incredibly healing experience for you. You may need a sexual healing experience. You may need somebody that is willing to help motivate you in a specific part of your self-development. Maybe this is somebody who motivates you by seeing your value. Maybe this is somebody who motivates you by being the one that is ahead of you in a certain way. Being somebody who's your partner, who's right next to you, who's like right on the self-development track with you in very similar ways. People can be a healing experience for us just by genuinely loving us, by showing us unconditional love, by showing us support. Really, any needs that somebody meets for you can be a healing experience. Any part of you that they accept and take in, any part of you that they love, any part of you that they see value in can be a healing experience. But each version of ourselves, each day, we shed a skin and we become a new person. And there are new partners available to us at every vibration. And one partner that was our healing experience today, tomorrow will start bringing us down. And we can always upgrade our partners and what we need in relationships with the specific person we are today, what is in our best interest today, and our vibrational reality today. You may find a partner that is able to grow with you, that is able to constantly meet you where you are. When you grow, they grow. When you change your relationship needs, they somehow match that. But this is the rarest of relationships. Now, there are all sorts of different relationship types. Here's the thing. Sometimes a relationship could be incredibly healthy and incredibly in your best interest, and there's not even commitment there. To one person, that could be extremely healing, extremely healthy, and the contrast of that non-committal relationship is actually exactly what they need in that moment. To another person, somebody who's unwilling to commit is like literal hell on earth, and that is not for them in that moment. To another person, somebody who really needs and wants commitment is a no for them. And to another person, somebody who really wants genuine commitment is their healing experience. Relationship types and contracts can be so different. Some people want somebody to spend quality time with. Some people want somebody to be in finances together with. Somebody want more sexually based relationships, more emotionally based relationships, more doing things together relationships, more adventuring kind of relationships. Some people want a little bit of everything. At the end of the day, never let anybody else's idea of what a relationship should be or should look like affect your knowing about what is personally right for you at that time in your life. Never let them question it just because it's something they would be uncomfortable with or would feel non-self-loving to them. If you know something is right for you, and if something feels right, and it feels like it fits in your life, even if there's contrast or hard parts of it, it's probably what you need in this moment. And it's okay to have that, and it's okay to experience it, and it's okay to claim it, because life doesn't have to go one way. And maybe in the long run, you want a relationship that looks completely different. You might already be aware of your desire for a completely different kind of relationship. You may see certain compatibilities in the current relationship. You may want something specific that relationship is not offering you in the future. But that doesn't mean that today they aren't your right person. We get to constantly raise our standards in relationships. We get to learn about what it is we want, what really fulfills us in relationships, and what supports us in relationships. We get to cultivate the person who's going to be a match to those things, who's going to speak up and ask for those things, and who is going to actively engage in creating those standards. You absolutely deserve relationships of the highest quality and the highest standard. And you get to figure out what that is for you in any given moment, and you get to call it in. You get to envision what it is you're needing and create boundaries with the universe by saying no, 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 and no, and genuinely discerning and taking the time to feel into what somebody is offering you, who somebody is, and if they really feel like they line up with where you need to be. If you hold a vision or an intention for a certain kind of partner at this time in your life, follow that intention and vision through by creating boundaries with people until you get somebody who fits into that vision and who makes sense. Don't be afraid to walk away from anybody who doesn't fit into the vision, but genuinely make sure that you've given them the chance to see who they are and to see if they are the right now for you, if they are this standard of relationship for you. People's standards in relationships can look really different and super surprise them to what they thought they wanted in any given moment. Somebody may be perfect for you and it blows your mind the kind of person they are. We're always growing. Our standards in relationships are always changing. And here's the awesome thing. Every time you end a relationship that isn't for you, that is no longer the right here, right now of what you need, or is not going to serve your expansion anymore, we give a strong, intentional message to the universe that we're ready for someone who will. And if we see that through by not accepting the same vibrational bounce back, which can happen sometimes, is you break up with one person and you accept the exact same vibration back into your life tomorrow. If we hold a certain standard and a certain vision for ourselves and see what that would feel like and what that would look like and what the specific standards and boundaries are of that, that person will always come to you. And it won't take long either, because you will be setting the tone for the magnetic frequency that you put out there in the universe with your actions, with your words, with your thoughts and your feelings. Figure out what it is you need and go for it, because you deserve the best.
The sun, chariot of fire, burning with desire as he runs the race.